Hey, I'm Ubu.
And I'm Aspen. And action!
And action. Fantastic. So welcome viewers to a very special episode of Movie Critics.
Yeah.
If you could have been here for the conversation we had before we watched this silly little film about a rat and Dr. House and that child who was in a few movies in the early 2000s.
Yeah. Wait, is it the same kid as like the Lamp movie?
The Lamp movie.
The Fragile?
No.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
I said no. I was laughing and I said
I
no.
see, okay.
No, I think Ralphie was grown up by the time this came out.
Oh, he was a grown man. Wow, okay.
Yep. Jonathan Lipnicki.
Nikki, that's a terrible name.
I'm pretty sure the bad guy in this film is voiced by Hades from Hercules.
Oh, that's good.
Historically, a little fun fact before we jump back into the more important topics.
Of course.
James Woods loves playing Hercules so much that anytime Hercules appears in literally anything, he will reprise the role, including Kingdom Hearts. Any Kingdom Hearts game with Hades in it, where he talks, he comes back for it.
He is the devil.
That's never been a compliment before.
I mean, I said it with no malice. You take it how you will.
Well, you have a tone of voice where it could be malice and it could not be malice. We don't know until you tell us.
Yes, I'll never tell.
I forgot that these are based on books.
Yeah.
Or a book.
I forgot this is based on a true story. It's so weird.
Dude, that iconic historical figure, the kid with rich parents, and the parents found a mouse one day and took him home and put him in a little suit.
Oh, it's so cute. Look at all the little doll stuff. Oh, he's so cute. He looks like my cat.
A little, I guess.
He kind of looks like
your,
cheese.
Just a cat. Cheese!
Cheese is very sullenly sitting outside the room because the door's closed.
I gotcha.
And he is in timeout. No, he's not.
Knowing a cat, probably.
Nah.
All right, so the reason we're here is we're doing a religion tier list.
Oh, right! I forgot about the religion tier list. What are the tier names gonna be?
Good, bad.
I think the S tier should be, just to really get people going, correct, and then the one below that should be wrong.
I completely agree.
Oh man, can you imagine? That would be so funny though, because people would take it seriously and get so mad, you know? But like also, it is serious in a way.
Yeah, you wouldn't know which ones where I'm joking and which ones where I'm like, I've actually looked into this one quite a bit and it leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
I won't say which ones.
I'll never tell.
Maybe one day I'll get canceled for it.
Honestly,
and Aspen will go down with me.
Yeah. Honestly, I strive to, not make fun of people, obviously, but to have a level of confidence and not caring what other people think of me to actually do something like that as a joke,
Well, I don't want to make fun either. I feel a conviction.
Yeah.
And there are some religions where you're just wrong, and I feel sympathy because, you were going down the wrong path. But then there are some religions where you probably grew up in a family that just told you it was right and you never thought about it. It's okay. We've all been there. But that's hopefully the only reason you believe what you believe. And I won't say which ones I'm talking about.
I'll never tell.
For any edgy atheists out there, spoilers, I'm not talking about Christianity.
Yeah.
If you didn't know what I believe at this point, I'm kudos. You did it. You did the
Surprising.
unthinkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuned it all out.
You found me without watching a single stream of mine
Yeah.
where I talk a lot about this stuff.
And it's so funny because I I have never said I am not, or like when I was a streamer, I never said I wasn't a Christian streamer, but I was just like instantly lumped in with the Christian streamers, which I don't have a problem with. But it's like if you have ever watched my own streams, it's not that I am like, just raunchy all the time, but I definitely was not a Christian streamer.
Your streams were very innocuous when it comes to content. Every once in a while, you would say like maybe every 13 streams, you'd say something where I'd be like, eh.
Yeah. Like,
where personal convictions kick in. But like, it's kind of like how Derpy got lumped in with the Christian VTubers, not because he's not a Christian, he is obviously
he's not a
VTuber. Exactly. He was on friendly terms with VTubers who were Christians. And so like to this day there's still people who are like, dude, I watched one of Derpy's streams for the first time. I had no clue he wasn't a VTuber.
Yeah, you're just like expecting the green box man, and then you see like just Derpy, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You just see him in his element in that room with the stormtrooper wearing like a Hogwarts scarf in the background.
It's a bit different than the VTuber background, but
Yeah. The more that I've thought about streaming, the more that I've been like, I love the idea of being a cartoon character, but I hate floating in the void and not being able to move my arms and all that.
Yeah.
To the point that I can't watch other VTubers unless it's like Game Grotto, where I'm very good friends with them and I have a little bit of an emotional investment because I'm more on their channel than my own these days.
Yeah.
So, if they come crumbling down, I kind of do too. But yeah, like other than them, I'm just like, I don't want to watch a VTuber. I don't want to watch someone like spasm their upper torso around.
Yeah. I'm just kind of thinking back when I was a VTuber. And it's like, you don't want to hate on how you got your start, but like, it's not like it started anything. I'm not a VTuber anymore.
That's what sucks is like when you gain momentum and then you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then maybe you'll come back for a little bit and then you're like, it's gone.
Yeah. Because
that happened to me. That happened to probably you, I would imagine.
Yeah. It was just like this ain't for me, Chief. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Something about like you just you grow out of something, you're like, actually I kind of find this cringe. This thing I'm doing. At least for me personally.
I had a very large kind of paradigm shift about that. It wasn't so much that I realized, wait a second, this is cringe. It was like a few months in, I came to that realization, and the rest of the however many years I streamed regularly, I did everything in my power to like basically start some sort of subculture that isn't cringe. And I did not succeed, so I just stopped. Yeah. My plans were too lofty for a part-time janitor at a failing business.
R.I.P.
But now I'm I forgot there's ads on this too.
Yeah, that kind of jump scared me.
Yeah, I don't. They were back. They play football now. They're women now.
Oh, they're
disabled women now.
Well, this is a progressive movie. I didn't know.
They're Junie's grandpa now.
Junie's grandpa.
But anyway, yeah. Now I work for a succeeding business as a full-time janitor, so I could potentially fund the things I wanted to do, but when I come home, I want to like draw a picture, play a video game, sleep.
Yep.
I've done a day's work. I'm happy. I don't want to do more of a day's work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, 2 days a week, me and Derpy have hangouts, and I'm not complaining. I'm half of the reason that happens, but uh, I have even less time
Yeah.
because I gotta make time for the homie, for the homie Derpy,
Homie
the
Derpy.
Derpinator.
Derpinator. What? That's a new one.
Stale water.
Mm.
It's been here since 5.
Oh.
Well, I poured a tall glass and was like, I'm gonna be streaming or whatever I do later.
Yeah, whatever this is.
I'll just leave it here. Yeah, I have to tell my family like just I'm streaming, just so they're not like, what are you recording?
The
I don't think they
religion
would
tier
care.
list.
Yeah. Religion tier list. Everyone, if we get 1,000 likes on this video, we'll do it. I'll do it. Aspen doesn't have to if she doesn't want to.
Nah, I'll do it.
And it will be the correct and wrong, and I'll only be half joking.
Yeah, and I will make it worse by my lack of education? Question mark?
That's okay. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Precisely.
I'll explain to you the tenets of a religion I don't believe in, and then say, therefore, this goes in the wrong tier. I think I could do a better job explaining insert religion here than some of the people who believe it.
Oof.
Don't at me.
I mean, honestly, probably.
There's multiple religions I'm talking about when I say that, but there is one big one.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, just go ahead and take a guess. Anyway. All right. Since they took a break from their Madden, do you have like a topic you want to talk about? We can dive into something a little more lighthearted.
Okay, lighthearted. Politics.
Okay.
No, we don't have to talk about politics.
I think Kamala should win. I'm just kidding.
That.
Or am I?
Or am I?
You'll never know. I'm sure you can guess what I think.
RJ. Wait, what's it? J.K. Rowling.
RDJ.
RDJ.
Or Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Now, what is this?
Who would make a better Doctor Doom?
Oh, you're right.
Who would make a better President Doom?
President Doom?
Politics. Politics, baby.
Not Chris Evans, I don't think.
You think RDJ would do a better job?
Yeah. Because he's old.
Why? He also did blackface in Tropic Thunder.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You have to do that to be a good president, right?
Everyone did it. Calvin Coolidge, even.
Yeah.
Imagine Theodore Roosevelt with that big cheeky smile of his. But on a stage doing a minstrel show.
No, that's the worst kind of blackface you can do. Actual blackface.
Have you ever heard Theodore Roosevelt's voice?
No.
There's like an audio clip out there of a speech he gave. I remember someone tweeted it like years ago, and his voice is a little more higher pitched than I thought it would be.
Interesting.
It sounds like he did a little bit of helium before he did his speech.
Really?
Probably. Yeah. Because you imagine he's almost like a GK or no, not that's. I'm thinking of someone else. What's that? Winston Churchill. Okay. Getting my Brits mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd think he's almost like a like your boy Churchill, but if I remember correctly, he talked more like this.
Oh, he sounds transatlantic.
Mayhaps. It's been a few years. The thing about being little is that someone can step on you. He's
got the mannerisms of House. It's funny.
And the voice.
I can't hear the voice very well, though.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you're perfectly normal, little boy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need drug.
Tiny truck. Wait, wrong movie.
I'm gonna miss watching House, but I'm done with Disney Plus.
No.
There are other ways.
Yeah, you can't have Disney Plus because apparently if you sign up for Disney Plus, Disney can kill you for free.
I know I laughed prematurely, but I knew exactly what you were talking about.
It's wild.
Okay if the husband died. He was subscribed to Disney Plus. He gave us his soul.
Yeah, he consented to us murdering him with a shellfish or whatever it was.
What's even funnier is like after the understandable backlash, Disney was like, above all else, we cherish human life, so we will be rescinding our
statement.
opinion. Yeah, like we won't be pursuing this. And it's like, well, I'm glad you eventually remembered the preserving human life thing that apparently your company is founded on, according to you in this statement. Would have been a real shame if you didn't compensate the man you killed at your park.
Yeah.
Because you forgot that teensy detail. There he is. There's Ralphie.
Oh, he's like, you are a stupid little rat boy, and I hate you.
You are a stupid little.
A stupid
Two.
little. There's so many good possible titles for this episode.
Stupid loser.
Stupid little. Oh, man.
Stupid kid island of lost dreams.
Okay, what are some philosophy topics we can talk about?
Now, do you want philosophy or theology or politics?
Whatever comes to mind.
What have I not already talked about yet?
Did bird.
I already mentioned the fact earlier that just a fun fact for everyone. I'll just throw it out there. Maybe this will be a conversation starter. 1 Corinthians 15, there's a creed that dates back to a maximum of 5 years after Jesus died, where Paul mentions 500 people witnessed his resurrection. What do you think about that?
Me?
No, the falcon that just showed up.
Oh, okay. You're right. No, so 5 years after Jesus died.
Maximum.
So it could be sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Paul was like, I saw Jesus.
And 500 other people.
And 500 other people saw Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Not Paul saw 500 other people.
Yeah.
I saw Jesus.
Paul saw 500 other people, and they all went, we saw Jesus. And he went, okay. All right, I think I got to write that down.
Yeah, I got to write that down.
Yep. Anyway, I think it's cool. Now, when I say it's a creed that apparently dates back to that, there's a thing called New Testament study. It's not like a theological seminary pastor thing. It's a form of history, like historian study stuff. Antiquity studies, I suppose. And there's plenty of non-Christian New Testament scholars out there. And the general consensus, even amongst people who don't believe Jesus is God, before I move on from that, I will say the general like if you were to put 100 New Testament scholars in a room, 99 of them, if not 100, would say Jesus was a real person who was crucified.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether they're Christian or not.
Yeah.
Similarly, anyone who talks about that creed is like, yeah, that's like up to 5 years, you know. Word moved pretty fast. People are like, hey, did you hear about that guy who died?
That guy who died.
Literally, the word excruciating was invented because of his format of death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back.
He's pretty cool. He's really shiny now.
He's a shiny new Jesus.
Well, no, he's the same Jesus, but he's shiny.
Oh, he's shiny. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to devolve it to heresy now.
No, of course not. No, my bad. It's got that new car smell, is what I meant.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is interesting because when he appeared to the disciples, They were like, someone go get Thomas, one of the other disciples who isn't here. He's going to want to see this. And Thomas was like, I don't believe you guys. Jesus is dead. And then Jesus showed up, and he was like, I still don't believe unless, like, can I put my hand in the hole in your hand or my finger?
Huh?
My whole hand? Well, when you're crucified, 2 nails in the hands and palms, and then also like in the ankles or what have you.
Yeah.
On top of that, to ensure, just to make sure, Romans were pretty thorough about execution methods, and just to make sure Jesus was dead, they did a nice spear in his side.
Yeah.
And traditionally, historically, when that happened, clotted blood and water, quote unquote, spilled out of his side, which was like a medical sign that he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
And Thomas was like, if it's really you, can I feel the little handholds and put my hand in your side? And Jesus was like, yeah, go for it. And he was like, holy crap, it is Jesus.
Okay, interesting. I mean, sure, yeah. That's one way to verify, by, touching a man's wounds, but sure.
I don't remember verbatim what Jesus said about that. He said, like, you believe because you've seen, blessed are those who believe without seeing. I think is what it was. And that's where the I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase doubting Thomas before, but that's where that comes from.
I've never heard it, but now I get it.
But he only doubted for a little bit. Guy cut the guy some slack. He got martyred establishing a church in India.
Yeah, he figured it out.
Pretty quickly. Yeah. All it took was going in the handhole.
Exactly.
Even if, like, kudos to Thomas that, he moved past that whole situation and was like, all right, I'm on board. But if I had a friend, a teacher, I guess, who died like that, who died with having holes put in his body, I wouldn't be like, can I touch it?
Exactly. That's like very strange thing to do.
Yeah. I'd be like, I don't even want to see it. I'll try to think of another way to verify.
Exactly. That's why Jesus said, what do you say? Bless are those who don't need to see it / touch my wounds.
Yeah, that was a euphemism for Thomas, you nasty.
Yeah, Thomas, please stop.
Blessed are those who don't feel the need to stick their finger in my hand, in my donut hand.
No, exactly. Yeah, it was just a statement. Not so much a proverb.
Thomas.
The
movie turned off.
Nope.
Hogwarts. Mandark in live action.
Oh, those are some unfortunate glasses they put on that kid.
While those adults are distracted, I'm going to find Dexter's lab and take over.
Exactly. Now they're going to tell him he needs to go play sports and be more manly. Oh!
I don't need sports.
I totally just guessed that this was a sports commercial.
That man had a PewDiePie helmet.
No, not that PewDiePie helmet.
But can the helmet do this? That's a PewDiePie reference.
I see.
I watched a little bit of PewDiePie during like the whole T-Series thing. I was like, you know what? My brother grew up. My brother watched this back in the day. Back when PewDiePie was a humble Swedish boy who would yell at barrels while playing horror games. Your boy Peggy was a Pewdie
a bro.
Dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like mine better. A
Pewdie dude.
But yeah, I was never very interested in PewDiePie until he started doing the meme reviews.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you mean to tell me that the biggest YouTuber ever does funny memes? Like, he doesn't even make them, he just has them.
And
it's like Ray William Johnson, but I know who he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was pretty good.
I never watched PewDiePie. I was a Markiplier girly and a Yogscast girly.
I was an LA Beast homie.
The original Mr. Beast.
He. Speaking of which, I don't know if I told y'all Yeah, I think I did. Like you and Derpy in our little group chat. LA Beast uploaded a video where he ate like a bunch of really
Oh,
old
yeah.
candy. And then who was it?
Was it
The
Mars?
Yeah, I think Mars wrote him back and was like, "We're so sorry that the candy you bought from the freaking 80s
Is
was
so old.
yeah, is kind of nasty. Here's a coupon and the coupon didn't even work."
It didn't work. Oh
Yeah.
man.
But he bought some Snickers anyway.
Wow, that's a very Mars bars thing to do.
Dude, LA Beast is a relic of old YouTube, and I'm so glad he still does his thing.
I'm so glad he still eats expired food and then throws it up all over the place.
Unfortunately, he didn't do that part.
Monetization issues, I'm sure.
No, he still throws up every once in a while.
Hmm.
His gullet was just a little too strong for those expired candies.
Maybe they don't expire. That's why there wasn't an expiration date.
Yeah, chocolate doesn't, like, if chocolate goes bad, which I'm sure it does, it takes a really long time.
Yeah, which is weird because chocolate typically has milk in it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, if it's not milk chocolate.
that's true. I will say though, my grandma, this is a side note, she was obsessed with pigs, right? Like so
Mhm.
many pig trinkets all over the house, right? But one of
Mhm.
them was a little chocolate pig. You know, like a chocolate bunny, but it was a pig.
Mhm.
And as a kid, she was like, "Oh yeah, that one's chocolate. Don't eat it. It's from the 70s." And it's just exposed piece of chocolate sitting on the shelf. I'm like,
You don't know how many ants I gotta fight off for that to keep that thing safe. I don't need a kid joining their ranks.
yeah. And I was like,
Trying to ruin my chocolate pig.
okay, Mama. If it didn't have like copious amounts of dust all over it, I probably would have been the mischievous kid and tried to eat it. But it looked real nasty, so I avoided it.
You would have been like Paul Blart finding the lollipop on the floor.
Correct.
You say, "Grandma, I got hypoglycemia." And she go, "Well, that's too dang bad."
Well, I got diabetes.
"I burned my hand. I need to go to the doctor house."
I keep getting random clips from House because I looked up so many memes of House when I did the little intro thing. So it's like, oh, you really like House, huh? Like, yeah.
That's always what's so funny is when they suggest a clip of a show, and just because you checked it out, it's like, oh, you must be a fan.
Yeah, I would get that all the time, like back when I was editing, and I would look up memes, just the things I would search. I was at one point getting recommended just like green screen stuff just all the time as like all my videos. I was like, I don't just sit here and watch the green screen videos. I am obviously a video editor. Like, you can't figure that out.
Hey, we don't judge. You can watch someone doing something in front of a green background if you want.
Or like random sound effects. Some of them were bangers that I put into videos, but I was like, I don't just sit here and listen to sound effects for hours on end.
Dude, that kind of like algorithm thing is what got me into Beavis and Butthead. I saw like one clip and I was like, you know what? I never watched Beavis and Butthead. I was kind of put off by it by a kid because one, my parents wouldn't have let me watch it. Two, there was a kid in my elementary school class who always quoted it. He was the like the avatar of Beavis that everyone was worried about.
Okay.
Like, you know, the reason they you know, like they didn't like Beavis and Butthead because it was a bad example for the kids. He was Exhibit A of that.
Oh, yeah.
He was always quoting Beavis and Butthead and South Park at people, and you know, we were fifth graders. We didn't watch that stuff.
I don't get South Park. South Park is so unfunny to me, but anyway.
I haven't really watched a lot of South Park, so I don't have an opinion. And that's that.
Fair.
But Beavis and Butthead is pretty funny. There's some points where I'm like, it's a little... I don't want to like criticize it because the whole point is that they're these just completely apathetic delinquents,
Yeah.
and all of the adults around them just won't listen to them about anything. And in that regard, it's very funny. But you can only take so much of it. It's like compared to King of the Hill, the other Mike Judge show, where there's like the whole thing about like the very, very stuck in his ways father trying to find ways to like connect with his son who's trying to find himself at like an impressionable age.
Yeah.
And also just like it takes place in like Texas. It's even though I didn't grow up in Texas, it's close enough to my geographical upbringing to where I'm like it hits home a little bit, but it's also funny.
Yeah.
Ha!
Sorry, that was the Texas coming out.
Yeah. But whereas Beavis and Butthead is just like, that was a funny thing that they said that I would never repeat because I'm a decent human being.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, the big bird doesn't like that the little bird watched an old movie with the mouse boy,
And
with Rat Boy Genius.
It's stupid little.
Stupid little too.
He's intruding on her while she is bathing?
I'm naked. Well, so am I. But like I always am. It's not like that, I promise.
Yeah,
Please
she
don't
had a
cancel me.
hat on, so now she's like naked.
And a scarf.
And a scarf.
I never wear anything. That was the hawk, not me. I always wear something because I'm modest. Anyway,
that is good. It's good to wear clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dishes.
He
Hello,
looks so goofy.
My first name is Doctor.
Last name House.
They call me Dr. Worm. Have you ever heard that song, wife?
Oh, man.
Tough crowd.
He's just talking to himself constantly.
Oy. Anyhow, I watched this with my family quite a bit back in the early 2000s. There was a DVD extra feature where you could like connect to the website for Stuart Little, the video game, and it made it sound like you could play it.
Okay.
And we were like, are DVDs so advanced that we can literally press this button and be on the internet on our TV?
Not
the answer
yet.
was no. Yeah. There was a link you could press. It would not take you anywhere because tube TVs weren't connected to the internet.
It was, yeah.
I have no earthly idea what you were supposed to do. And even if you could, I can't imagine Stuart Little 2 the video game was worth it.
No, it probably was like, here's the link that you can type into the computer yourself.
But it let you click the link.
Yeah, that's
And
strange.
then it would be like, there's nothing here. You're not on the internet.
Maybe they're just being ambitious.
Yeah. I mean, it is Disney.
They're like, at some point, this will work.
Yeah. This was back in the day when Disney was like breaking ground. You know, they just did Ratatouille and Incredibles.
Ew.
And what was another movie that came out in the like 2004?
I don't know. Cars.
Yeah, I don't like that one though.
You don't like Cars? Wow.
I don't not like it, but I don't like it. I'm neutral towards Cars.
I like Cars.
I don't not like it. That's all I gotta say about that.
Ow!
I don't.
I'm fine.
Excuse you. I don't hate it like Happy Feet, but I don't like it. End of sentence.
Okay. Fair.
But I also didn't like Ratatouille when I was a kid.
Oh.
We've already talked about this.
How dare you.
As a kid, I was like, listen, I can get past the toys that come to life. I can get past the monsters in the closet. I can get past the family of superheroes. I can even get past the world of talking cars. But I, as a child, can barely suspend my disbelief for normal France, but a rat turns a man into a mech.
It's
so
funny.
that he can cook. Well, listen, you're arguing with child Ubu.
Child Ubu?
Yeah, when I grew up, I was like, I don't care anymore. It's funny. But as a child, I was like, this is too much. I cannot suspend my disbelief for this. I'm covered in sewage, Mom. Oh,
Did you
I
ever
got a disease.
see Anything Everywhere All at Once? Whatever the movie's called.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, is there like a funny bit in it where the mom, she like can't remember what ratatouille is, and she thought it was a raccoon and called it Raccoony? And there's a bit
Interesting.
because like it's about the multiverse and like everything
Mm-hmm.
exists everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
So there is at the end of the movie, I guess spoilers, they show the Raccoony person with the raccoon controlling a man and running down a street. It's so funny.
Interesting.
I was like,
thanks for spoiling it.
yeah, no, it's not even a spoil because if you see it,
No,
it's the
it
funniest
is.
thing you'll ever see in your life.
I gotcha. Okay.
But
never mind.
it's just, it's one of those things, you know, that just like enhances your life. Having seen it.
They should have made a universe where Ratatouille is the real one and Ratatouille is the fake.
Yes. That is the real universe. Did you not know?
How have we not? We haven't watched Ratatouille yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
I need to see if that seems like a movie that'd be on Tubi.
Yeah, especially
Listen,
with that
Tubi's
Mulan.
great. Oh yeah, like Tubi's great, but we did see The Secret of Mulan, and it was obviously one of those movies that tries to trick the elderly who are like buying a film in the Walmart checkout line for their grandchild.
Yeah. And that's how you get kids who are like, yeah, I love Mulan. I love the part when the Nazis came and they're like, I'm sorry, what? They're like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Or for, as another hypothetical example, I love Spyro, the one on the PS2, so great.
The Year of the Dragonfly?
No, Enter the Dragonfly, Year of the Dragon is on the PS1, and it's good, but not as good as the other two. Still gotta play them, gotta come back for stream just long enough to play them, and I'll heckle you the entire time.
That's so scary, the idea of like coming back to stream after 2 years. Like, would there be a lot of people there or would there be absolutely no one there? I don't think
Announce
I could handle
it like 3 weeks ahead of time and just like I leave it to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll advertise it and then be like, it's not on my channel, and then everyone will get confused and not join.
I'll have to get it like a capture card, but I need to like, I don't know, regain my presence on the internet because whenever I finish writing my book, I need someone to buy it. That's what content creators do, right? Is they build up an audience and then they make them buy their merch.
Yeah, they do something that has nothing to do with the original idea
Exactly.
that they have, and then they do an original idea and are like, why does my audience that likes me covering video game music not want to listen to my original music that's not from a video game?
Yeah. I was thinking, like, legitimately, though, that once I get to the point where I'm doing some concept art for my book, I'll probably start posting it on Twitter. If anyone cares or not. And that might be my foot back in as a tree person on the internet.
Yeah, what you got to do is this is my advice to you, don't be like, I don't know if anyone will care, but here's my concept art.
Yeah,
just be like, I got an audience in my brain, I just got to find it.
Exactly.
The only way to do that is to post and not be apologetic about posting.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I have no shame. I haven't tweeted something myself, just a random tweet, in probably 2 years. Like, I've responded to things, but I think it's a very Aspen thing to just appear like nothing has happened.
What you need to do is write down just like the most hilarious tweets ever and only tweet them like every 6 months.
Every century or so, yeah.
Yeah, just come back every once in a literal blue moon and tweet something funny and then just leave again.
Well, dang, I just missed the last blue moon, so.
Gotta wait again.
Gotta wait again. Sorry, guys.
SMH. You could wait for the blood moon. That's all. That's
Ooh.
kind of weird.
Yeah, that's kind of ominous.
It is pretty ominous.
A moon made of blood.
I thought the balloon. I
The
thought the
balloon.
doubloons were made of cheese, Gromit.
Cheese, not blood.
This moon tastes like blood without the crackers.
Crackers, Robin.
We forgot the blood crackers.
Ew. Well, he was freaking out.
I love car notes. Oh!
I love this somewhat sketchy looking way of buying a car.
I freaking love car shopping.
Yeah.
I don't even need a car. I don't even like cars. I freaking love
I
car
saw
shopping.
An ad while I was at the gym, running on the treadmill, just the TVs that they have. I saw an ad for a company called Cars for Kids. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And I was like watching this commercial, it had subtitles, whatever, so I was getting all the information, and it didn't explain what that meant. They're like, just sell your car. Cars for kids. I was like, okay, so are you selling a car for a kid to get in the future? I had to go to their website. It's, you sell your car to them, and then they donate to, like, some kid charities, and I was like, okay.
We're giving homeless children cars.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Like, please just elaborate a little bit in your commercial.
It just turns out that it's a fundraiser to give kids those, like, play school red cart things.
The things that, I almost called him Dexter. Stuart was driving around.
Well, that's just a toy car.
Yeah, that's what they give.
I meant, like, the one that's sized for humans.
No.
Snowball, get out of my toy car, Authority.
Why does Stuart get to wear clothes, but Snowball doesn't?
Because Stuart is a child in their family, and Snowball is a cat.
Snowball is
They
a
don't
peasant.
even know. They don't even know he can talk.
Oh, okay. Only Stuart knows English.
Yeah. I mean, Snowball does too, but he knows animal dialect English.
Mm.
He's voiced by Timon.
Oh, right. Nathan something.
Drake.
Nathan Drake?
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion? Is that his name?
No, it's Nathan Lane.
Nathan Lane. Who's Nathan Fillion?
He's another guy. He's an actor.
Oh, is he the Firefly guy?
Yeah.
Ah, see. Wealth of knowledge
and
up here.
Nathan Drake is Uncharted guy.
Oh,
Not the voice actor, the guy.
I
the
wouldn't
video
know.
game character. I've never even played Uncharted, and I know.
My
I'm
brother's
just
name
so...
is Nathan.
Okay.
That's not like... That's not like bad information. He was on a stream with me one time, like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. It's technically public information.
It's technically deep Aspen lore. Okay, so get with the program.
All right.
I think there's
my
still a
brother's
clip from that.
address is.
My brother lives exactly here. Go say hi.
Go say hi to my brother. He's lonely with his family.
No, I think one of the only clips or pieces of content still up on my Twitch channel is a clip from the stream I did with my brother.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't even have any, like, our collabs? No one thought I was funny?
I mean, I have more clips. It's just that's, like, the most viewed one or something. I don't know. So.
Dang, man.
It exists. It's just no one wants to watch it.
That's all right.
That's cool.
No, there's other clips out there of us, like, get up off of that thing.
Yep. Classic. And then the...
Classic Game Grotto Ubu Aspen moment.
Yes.
You gotta go to Game Grotto to see the Ubu Aspen moment.
Yeah. They don't exist anywhere else.
Pretty much. What's another class? Oh, yeah, First Dirty.
First Dirty and...
Still got that on my channel.
The laughing about the long legs report of the week.
Oh, yeah.
The first clip, I would wager to say.
The first collab we ever did, where
Yep.
we said we should watch Flushed Away, and we never did that.
We still haven't.
I mean, I get it would be fine for movie grits. Like, not because it's bad, it's just a movie.
It's Hugh Jackman as a rat.
That's Hugh Jackman?
Yeah. It's topical.
Oh, okay. They should, well, I'd say that, but he's dead now.
Hugh Jackman?
Gonna say no, he's still alive. I was going to say they should get the Wallace guy to do Flushed Away Mouse, because it'd be funnier, because Wallace's voice is funny, but he's dead.
Who's Wallace?
And Gromit.
Oh!
The people from Aardman.
A Wallace.
Who made Flushed Away.
In like Arrested Development or something?
Probably, maybe.
Like
when I think of Wallace, I think of Chief Financial Officer David Wallace from The Office.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
SMH.
SMH.
He's the creator of Suck It. It goes whoop.
I don't remember.
It's whenever David Wallace loses his job and Michael goes to like vent to him and get some like advice, and all David Wallace wants to do is drink beer in the hot tub and pitch his Suck It idea to Michael.
I see. See, I'm one of those, I mean, almost millennials, but technically Gen Zers, that has only seen The Office one time.
I gotcha. It's funny. It's not as funny as Arrested Development. Don't at me, Peggy. That's like Peggy's favorite show. He's seen it a million times.
So he is a millennial.
Yeah, I mean, he's older than me. And I'm like on the cusp of millennial. But it's funny. I get why it's popular. Definitely. I don't think it's overrated or anything. But I like Arrested Development more.
Yeah, Arrested Development is by far funnier.
Yes, I agree. As long as you stop at season 3.
Correct. It's like I tried, but there were too many episodes. I couldn't sit through it.
Yeah, I don't even know how season 5 ends. I don't know what the finale is. But I like it a lot more, where Michael just comes to the conclusion that the longer me and my son stay here, the more disastrous it is for everyone we're leaving.
Yep. Oh, I forgot about
Who's
this
that?
cat.
I did too. Who's that voice? He's familiar.
I can't hear it enough. Let me crank the audio. Let me see if I can get it.
Let's crank that Soldier Boy. Yep. That part was in the trailers when he goes, please.
Oh.
You mean the species? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I paused it. Whoops.
Oh.
All right. Viewers, pause for like 1 second.
Yeah, and also you have to watch it on Tubi to get the same ads.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Maybe not the same ads. Maybe it's one of those, like, we know where you live, so we're giving you specific ads kind of thing.
We know where you live. Yeah, probably.
I hate those ads, because it's like, what if I want to watch YouTube with people I don't want knowing where I live?
I know. Yeah, VPN, and then you get ads from, like, Sri Lanka or something.
That's a good one. That would be funny to, like, that's a good content idea. You VPN, no ad blocker, to like different parts of the world and do like a tier list of the different ads that you get.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was in Brazil for a couple of weeks, like 2 years ago. Everything happened like 2 years ago, apparently, but 2 years ago. I remember when I was in Brazil, I had Twitter, obviously, and I would go on Twitter, and it was all in Portuguese. It was so weird how instantly it was like, oh, obviously you are Brazilian now. So here is the Brazilian side of Twitter. Just like an entire world that is obviously not available to us as English speakers in America. And it
Yeah.
was wild. I was like, it's one of those things that's like, duh. But once you see it, it's like, this is a whole other world over here that exists and I am completely unaware of. It was crazy. And of course, all
It
the
just goes
ads.
to show you that no matter how like the real world Twitter feels or social media in general, it's
Mm-hmm.
actually just a bubble.
Of all
And
the English.
everyone it's not I mean, yes. Yeah. You'll be like, "Oh my gosh, the entire world is talking about insert very American thing here." And then you take one little trip to Brazil and
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden they're not talking about that stuff. It's
No.
like, "Don't y'all know what's going on over in America?"
Yeah.
SMH.
It's crazy because like Brazil is huge. Like they have, I think, a population similar to the United States. And just like watching the TV because we were staying with my fiance's family. So they're all
Mhm.
native Brazilians, right? And they're just watching
Mhm.
TV and I was like, just another no duh moment, but it's just like all of these shows I've never heard of before. And they've probably never heard of any of our shows either. It was just like white person goes to another country and realizes white people aren't the only thing that exist or whatever. Insert.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
I will
Say it
not
ain't
go.
so. I will say, let it be known there's a lot of white people in Brazil, but whatever.
And they were all thinking the same thing. They're like, "Why is my Twitter in Brazilian?"
Because Brazilians are from Portugal. That's why they speak Portuguese.
Oh my gosh.
What was I gonna look up? Oh, population of Brazil, because now I'm curious. Not Britain. No one cares.
20,000.
215 million. So yeah, 100 million
Eh.
less than the United States.
I thought the United States was like 700
No, I think it's
million.
just 300 something.
What? No way.
What? I think so.
I thought it was like 700 million. Man.
33 million.
What the heck?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that our country isn't as big as I thought
Correct.
in this economy?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing,
SMH.
right? There's less people.
I guess. Yeah, it's a big place and there's less people. That means, at least compared to what I was thinking, there's more room for everyone to breathe.
Yeah. But remember, population does not include those who are not citizens. So who knows?
Ah, maybe it is 700 million.
That would be wild. There's more non-citizens in the United States than citizens.
There's no way to tell.
That's true. You'll never know.
Dude, someone should do a content idea where they get on a little rubber raft and try to get into every country.
Okay.
And rate on a tier list how easy and comfortable it was to enter that country by pretending to be a refugee of some sort.
Okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What about the countries that you can't enter through water on a raft?
Put wheels on it.
Well, I think Canada would be the easiest one because I just remember seeing pictures of the US and Canada border, and it's literally just a gap in the trees.
Yeah. Or you could just go around the water to the northern part where no one lives.
Yeah, no one cares if you go up there.
Yeah. And if you can survive the icy wilderness
Exactly.
long enough, you can make your way into the southern part of Canada. And for all they know, you're just like that wild man guy who lived in Canada for a little bit and then died in a school bus or whatever.
Huh?
Oh, you don't know that
He died
story.
in a school bus?
Well, he found a bus that he used as a home, and that's also where he died.
Okay, let me see. Canada school bus.
I'm trying to think. Call of the Wild, is that the story? I think that's what it's called. Look up Call of the Wild.
Okay, yeah, because this isn't getting anything.
Yeah, Canada school bus is probably just going to tell you about how, like, they're, I don't know, painting school buses interesting colors or something.
Oh, they're making a movie. Or they made a movie.
Yeah. Well, it's based on a real guy who was just he was just called by the wild. He was like, I don't want to be in like civilized society anymore. I want to get called by the wild. And he went out into the wild, and he was not particularly prepared, but he seemed to have enjoyed every second of it, and then he died in a bus.
Interesting. I'm reading here Call of the Wild, the book by Jack London. This is unrelated. Written in 1903, is banned in the United States for many reasons, such as animal cruelty and just plain violence. I didn't know you could ban a book for animal cruelty.
That man in the book shot a deer with a gun to eat it. And say it ain't so.
I thought the whole the whole point of books is that, like, if it's fictional, you can kind of just write about whatever you want, you know, because it's fictional.
I think there's still probably some topics where maybe it's best to keep the populace from seeing it. But
yeah, but if it's done like for a reason narratively to tell or like show a point, then like I don't know why you would ban it.
Yeah,
but,
like if you were to write a book about someone who makes a bomb, that would be one thing. But if you were to write a book about how to make one, then that's another. Which is why that's illegal.
Yes.
If you buy a certain book where you can do that, you'll get put on a list immediately. Because that's not a story, that's just a how-to on something dangerous.
Exactly.
But even I got a family member doing VR loudly in the living room. Anyway,
Grandma's in there with the VR headset. She's about to try and jump off the plank.
It's like the news reporter doing the Club Penguin meme in the sled where he's going down the hill.
Oh no.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think so. Okay, hang on.
Okay.
VR news reporter Club Penguin.
VR Club Penguin. He's like playing Minecraft, and then he's doing the sled game on Club Penguin.
VR
we should turn off Stuart Little 2 and just make a Movie Grits episode about that meme.
Yeah, I mean, we can pause and then pull up that meme to finish off the time.
All right. Here, let's pause real quick.
We're doing a Movie Grits
everyone,
exclusive.
Pause. Let's see. I gotta turn my light on real quick on my desk here. Club Penguin VR news meme. Oh, great.
It doesn't show up immediately.
Pop up. It's come on. Why are there so many? Why do people? Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh.
We get an ad. Everyone sit through an ad.
I don't care about no stinking Star Wars Outlaws for Nintendo Game Boy Color.
Just let it die.
Yeah. Let it shrivel up.
Why does he already look like he's in Minecraft? What is he actually doing?
I don't know.
And why is this person playing like alpha Minecraft? What this man is screaming for his life.
New heights for Richard.
He's literally losing his mind. Oh,
classic
man.
meme.
6 years ago. Yeah, I'd react the same, honestly.
Dude, the suggestions are so funny.
Okay, resume playing the movie, everyone, because we all know you're watching it.
Yeah, X out of the meme. It was funny, but it's time to go.
It's time to finish this movie.
Time to watch Snowbell kill the falcon by ripping out his throat.
Yeah, which was banned in the United States for animal cruelty.
I'm wondering how Bambi got, like, published in America. Because animals die. is
Yeah.
violent.
To be fair, I don't know what level of animal cruelty this book was going into, so
Yeah, maybe he like, I gotta clean up my kill,
yeah, exactly.
He's like, then he pulled out the spleen. He gave it a good whiff. He went, yuck. Threw it away.
Threw it away, yep.
Pulled out his trusty knife and hacked it to little pieces. Said, this will be great for the dogs.
It's like 45 pages of this man just going through dissecting an animal.
Even if that is exactly what happened, I can think of a worse book with worse content that is in the mainstream. Hit by Stephen King.
Oh, what happens in that?
I really don't want to say.
Okay, that's fair. I'll Google it.
I'll try to find... Okay, go ahead.
What kind of animal is it?
In it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's humans.
Oh, so that's human cruelty.
It's not human cruelty.
Content warning, it book. Oh, book trigger warnings. Here we go.
It's gonna hit you like a truck.
Let's see if it even goes into detail.
I mean, I can try to euphemistically explain it.
If you want to. You don't have to. I can look it up later.
Okay, the children feel the need to prove that they are connected. And I guess Stephen King could only think of one way to do that.
I see.
So all of the children, all of them, let's emphasize that.
All of them.
Of the children do a thing. I'll put it that way.
I think I've heard of that, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, in that group of children, to make things worse, there's one girl.
Yeah.
And you could probably go to Barnes & Noble right now and get that book. When I heard about that, I was like, there's no way. That's so... How is this man allowed to, like...
Yeah.
Exist in normal society?
He's famous.
Why?
He's an artist.
So it's beautiful how he went into detail about something anyone else would go to prison for.
Yeah. And thanks to me trying to figure out what it was, Google gave me, like, the, I guess you could say, domestic violence hotline number. So now the FBI probably thinks I have been crimed upon or am going to crime upon someone else.
Google gave you the first strike of 3.
Yeah.
It's like you can look up 2 more shady topics and then we'll call the FBI.
I need to make a new account. Change my IP.
Yeah. You need a VPN.
Yeah.
That's why today we're sponsored by NordVPN.
Oh man.
No, I spent all my shady topic lives trying to find that take me back to the time, and I'm looking like the sweet boy searches.
There were many of those.
I was like, how can I word this without sounding creepy?
Yeah.
But I don't, there's no way.
Yeah. I feel like
I was crying trying to find that meme.
More likely. Because some of my friends were like torrenting movies, as you do, in this economy. And instead of like, the FBI showing up at their door, their internet service provider sent them an email saying, if you don't cut that out, we're gonna get rid of your internet forever. And I was like, whoa, okay. I didn't know they cared like that.
I know secondhand that actually is a thing that can happen. He's still alive, but he doesn't do it anymore, at least in our house. I had a brother, y'all might know, Peggy. Everyone say hi to Peggy. He probably won't watch
Peggy.
this. He liked to do a little bit of watching movies that he doesn't legally own claim to,
Mm-hmm.
and they just so happen to be the newest in a line of a popular franchise, a little something called the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh,
So
yeah.
naturally,
No one will know about that.
yeah, Disney, known for their generosity towards the layman, were not particularly happy about this. So one morning, me and Peggy, at this point, we shared a bunk bed in one room, and our mom came into the room and said, "Peggy, are you bootlegging Marvel movies?" And he was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Well, please stop, because we just got a letter from Disney, apparently,
From
our
Disney?
or like our internet provider or something, about how they're going to shut our internet off if you keep doing that." And he was like, "Okay, I'll stop."
They sent a letter saying your life is forfeit if you
Yeah.
don't stop.
Yeah, by watching our content, you have implicitly allowed us to claim your life, should we so desire.
Exactly.
And we will take advantage of this if you continue torrenting our movies.
So funny. It is so funny that they have the gall to do that when, like, I understand you want to make money for the things you create, but oh my god. But the amount of money that Disney has is preposterous, to be going around and, targeting small town people, like, stop torrenting our $40 million movies, please. Or, it's way more than that, but
yeah, our $80 million trillion movies that no one asked for, but maybe half the country will see anyway.
yeah. So I think that's kind of crazy. I get it more so if it's like, small time production and you're torrenting the movie and they're not making any money. That sucks more. But Disney, come on.
Ironically, those would probably be the people who are like, as long as our,
Yeah,
passion project is getting out to the people.
exactly. That is the irony of it all.
But yeah, I don't know if Disney needs that. Like, I can assure you, Peggy had seen those movies multiple times over legally already. I'm actually pretty certain he said, "I don't even know why I did that. I own those movies."
That's even more confusing.
Now, granted, Disney's not going to know that.
Yeah.
But Disney Plus doesn't exist yet. But
the good old days.
Yeah, when you just had to go buy a movie.
The good old days when everything was on Netflix and streaming services were just Netflix. Hello?
The only time I used Netflix was when Daredevil came out. I stayed up all night and watched like the entire first season of Daredevil.
Just killed her in the propeller.
It's like the Captain America thing. I don't know if you remember that scene.
Oh, who died?
Some Hydra guy falls out of like the airplane cockpit and like flies in the propeller and just turns into paint.
Yeah, do you remember? Okay, there's this YouTube poop of SpongeBob when he's trying to get a Krabby Patty off of the floor, and he like scrapes it off straight into a desk fan.
Are you about to talk about?
And it squirts in the Squidward's
keeps
face.
going
over and over again.
Every couple of years, I'll see that on Twitter again and just bust out laughing.
I have it in my bookmarks for whenever I'm feeling down.
Dude, if you want to send it to me, we can take another Stuart Little break and watch it.
I will. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I blocked Twitter so I can be more productive during the day. Give me 2 extra seconds.
That's very professional of you. I didn't even know you could block websites.
Yeah, I had to get like a Chrome extension.
Dude, how am I going to listen to my YouTube music /debates/podcasts if I block YouTube? However, how am I simultaneously going to get any work done if I don't block YouTube?
Exactly. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like, I have my music. I need my music. But then I'm also just like, oh, look at this video.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be listening to like a live stream And, it's kind of in the background. I'm just kind of mildly entertained by what they're talking about. And then someone on the stream, whether it be like a super chat or the guy who like runs the stream, will just say something. And I just have to take a break and be like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Come again?
All right, hold on. All right, this is a tense part. We need to pause it and watch the silly SpongeBob thing.
Popcorners. Sorry.
Popcorners!
And this is what happened in Captain America.
I probably got this liked like a few dozen times in my
so
in my collective likes list.
It's such a good sound effect too.
That old like YouTube poop taking a great sound effect and just like making it louder and louder and then like making it sound like it's glitching
and distorting.
Like that, yeah, that style. It's so funny.
It's so funny. It's so our generation of humor. Like Gen Alpha is probably like, that is such a Gen Z joke, so lame.
Yeah, well, every generation has their dumb joke that they think is actually funny, so.
I know, like the millennial way of like, so that just happened. I notice it now and it's so cringe. I can't stand it.
Yeah, that trend of like we have to be like apathetic to what's going on, but like enthusiastic enough to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very not fun. It's nice to live in a world where people take things seriously, especially if it's like a video game, like what is it? You've got like the Mass Effect trilogy, and then they get to Andromeda, and you're playing as this girl who's like, getting sucked out of the airlock, and she's like, well, this has been an interesting Monday.
Yeah.
It's like, you're about to die, and you think this is a time for a quip. That's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of basically that video game Forspoken or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Did I just shoot lightning out of my hands?
There's like a compilation of Oni plays playing through that game and them making jokes about, wouldn't it be dumb if this happened? And then it literally happens after they make the joke.
They're just so tuned into their millennial heritage. They just know. Oh, I mean, cheese.
Cheese. Oni plays definitely not the kind of people who make those jokes, though.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, Oni plays as Smiling Friends, right?
Yeah, the Zach, the big nose Charlie guy, is he's like a regular on Oni plays. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Oni and some of the other guys, they'll do voices every now and again. Like in the first season, there's the guy whose head is shaped like a tooth, and the frowning friends tell him he should feel bad about his head shape. He's voiced by Lyle, and then in the second season, there's like the abominable snowman that's like, did y'all leave this guy on my mountain? That's Oni.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the Christmas episode of the first season, there's like Grandpa Glep is like reading the story to like his children or whatever.
Yeah.
The one who's like, and that's the end of the story, and it turns out Christianity was true all along. That's Tomar. Funnily enough, he's a Jew. So
the irony, yes.
He had to say that. But yeah, so yeah, he'll get like his Oni plays buddies in on the joke sometimes.
I see. So who voices what's his name?
Pim. So Smiling Friends is like co-made by Zach Hadel and Michael Cusack, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And they do. Zach does Charlie and Glip, and Michael does Pim and Alan, if I remember correctly.
Alan.
I just wanted my
cheese. Because he's crucified.
I love that in the second season they got a cameo from a nostalgia critic.
I haven't seen the second season yet.
They look up a video on how to like kill a demon, and they find a YouTube channel of this, I forget what his name is in the show, but it's the nostalgia critic playing like the same character but for demon slaying instead of like movies from the 90s. He's like, hello, I'm so and so the demon slayer. I slay demons so you don't have to. and then he's like, before we get into it, I want to say thank you to Dollar Shave Club.
He's just like so locked into being a YouTuber.
It's so funny. Dude, I used to watch Doug Walker, a nostalgia critic, in high school all the time. I'll still watch him every now and again. He's a funny fella. In like a ironic way, but it kind of loops back around to where you're like, I love the guy. He's pretty fun.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good in a very like amateur kind of way, but we love him for it.
That's funny. That's kind of how I am with JonTron. I was like, JonTron hasn't posted a video in a while, and then I realized I'm not subscribed to him, and he's been posting, and I'm like, wow, I'm stupid.
Well, JonTron will do this thing where he'll go missing for 8 months and then post 3 videos in the span of 3 weeks, and then he'll go missing for another year.
Well, because like the last one he posted was about Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer, which if anyone grows up in Texas, you know about Jim Adler.
I forgot about that video. It's been that long.
I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
I just give up on JonTron, and then he shows back up, and I'm like, there he is, my boy.
My old friend.
Dude, I was introduced to JonTron by insert friend's name here that we met Brendan Fraser with.
Yes.
All the way back in high school, back when he was a lot skinnier and younger, and Jacques was still in all his videos.
Jacques.
Yeah, Jacques, the bird that had the robot voice. The first video he showed me was about the movie Birdemic.
Birdemic, it's a good place to start.
It's a really dumb movie.
Oh, we need to watch it, actually.
We might have to. It's also very heavy-handed with its message. It's like the birds are all zombies because of global warming.
I see.
And they like pretty much say that in the movie. They find like a biologist standing on a small bridge, and he's like, don't come over this bridge. There's poisoned birds. The birds are poisoned because of global warming. And if we don't stop global warming, then the spread of the bird flu and SARS will continue.
Oh.
They're like, yeah, it's just stuff like that. It's like, all right, I gotcha. I don't want zombie birds that spit acid to attack to cause a birdemic.
Oh.
Dude, this movie's over.
Is it finally?
SMH.
SMH. I was just getting to the good part.
Yeah, I wanted to see the cat eat the falcon, but then I guess this movie would get banned for animal cruelty.
Yeah, of course.
Gina, what did you think?
It needed more Dr. House.
I think it needed more Dr. House. You're right. And I think they needed a line where like the kid, the Ralphie looks at the camera and he just says what his least favorite religion is.
Yeah. To, just cap off our tier list.
Oh, there it is. Little nasty.
Little nasty. Or like nasty.
Oh, dang. Stuart Little 3 went to the Call of the Wild.
I didn't even know that existed.
I did, but I've never seen it because it doesn't look good.
This movie is 1 hour and 11 minutes. That's crazy.
Wow.
They didn't even try.
I thought about doing this, but I was like, controversy much?
Controversy much.
Well, let me tell you, Fat Albert, what to do when you... Never mind. All right, everyone. Let us know down below what your favorite Stuart Little moment is.
Or
if
else.
you don't, yeah, well, I was going to say if you don't, I'll be sad. But if you don't, we'll find you.
We'll find you.
You won't like it when we find you.
Yeah, because we'll put you on a tier list.
Oh, yeah. You'll be on the cringest viewer tier list. So you better get to typing about your favorite Stuart Little moment literally right now.
Right now. You have until the end of this video.
3, 2, 1. All right.
All right.
Bye.
You're dead.
What? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.